dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Hello grade 8 and welcome back. So I want us to go through the revision. We want to revise our work here in preparation to the exam that we are supposed to start. The end of term 3 exam, that will be cycle 2 exam, and also that one doubles up to be the end of year exam. So we am going to take you through the revision of this subject and some of the areas that you need to focus on while revising. So to start with, there are some areas that I have highlighted here so that you take note while revising. So your exam will have the first part will be comprehension. So comprehension it will be just reading the story, understanding the story, then answering questions. We will have 10 questions. So you read the story and then come and answer these 10 questions. So how are you going now to read and answer them? The first thing, once you get this one, you go through the story. Read the story. After reading, go through the questions without answering them. After now going through the questions, go back and read the story again. As you read now the second time, try to figure out the answers to the question that you've read. So after now reading the second time, now come back and answer the questions. Now you might go back to the story just to confirm some of the answers that you have written. So this is the procedure on how you can be able to answer questions on comprehension. So the second part will be language pattern, vocabulary and grammar. So here we'll have 30 questions, and these 30 questions, each question will be 2 marks. So those 2 marks times 30, it will give a total of 60 marks. So in this case, in this section, you will find things to do with the punctuation marks, speech marks, use of commas, and so forth. So they are found on in this page, 161, 162, and any other page in that book. So go through that. You will also have parts of speech also being seen there. We learned about these different parts of speech, verbs, nouns, adverbs, preposition, interjections. They are found there. They are found in our book. You can go through it. We have different tenses. Of course, you remember, mostly in this grade 8, we've been focusing majorly on present simple tense. And also when we're looking at these tenses, remember to look at the subject-verb agreement. We learned that. So as you go through different tenses, remember also to go to focus on subject-verb agreement. So we have also the linking words. We discussed about conjunctions, how they are used. Look here, saw, that, very, but these words we went through them and we used them in sentences. So as you revise your work, go through them. We have different, again the same with linking words. We have prefer. They are found on this page, 155, 161. We have regular and irregular verbs. Like for example, regular verb we have work, worked. Then irregular verbs we have an example here, sleep, slept, wrote, written, something like that, on page 54 and page 155. So we also have others there, orders of adjectives. Of course, we learned about this order of adjectives. We have opinion, size, shape, age, color, origin, material, purpose, and this work is found on page 118 and 150. So go through the order of adjectives. We learned about the suffix. Remember that? An example there, amuse, amusement, suit, suitable, on page 142. We have prefix, adding some, putting a word before another one. So faithful, we have unfaithful there. We learned them. Direct and indirect speech. You remember you are given a sentence which is a direct speech, and maybe you are asked to change it into direct speech, or you are given in the indirect speech, then you are told to change it into the direct speech. So you go through that, page 162. Part 3, Part 3, we have the part 1, we had comprehension. Part 2, where we had language pattern, we have vocabularies and grammar. So part 3 will have true and false questions, which will be around 5 questions. And here, I will only focus on proverbs, idioms, similes, language pattern. It will cut, actually this one will cut across. It will cut across. We have also facts, some facts, something like that. So this one here, these are true and false questions. It will cut across all the areas that we've learned, most majorly on language pattern, grammar, vocabularies, and some facts. Then, now the fourth and the last one, it will be filling in the blanks questions. The fifth part and the fourth part, filling in the blanks. So they will have a total of 5 questions, and that one will give us 10 marks. And this filling in blanks, what do we expect? We expect short and straight answers. Short answers. You just be given a given question with a blank, maybe asking you just to write one word there. That's why I'm saying short and straight answers. And remember, punctuation marks, don't use capital letters in between words. Remember the proper nouns. Of course, we know what proper nouns are. Where a word meaning, word standing, not standing. I mean, this a word that is a name of a specific thing, like a person, or a city, or a given river, a mountain. Those are the proper nouns. Remember, we studied them with a capital letter. So we have those words that we can start with a capital letter, and we have others like whatever that I'm holding here. So if this word pen is in between a given word, I don't start it with a capital letter. But for proper nouns, you start with a capital letter. So you also have to look at the correct sentence pattern. Now, these are some of the areas that now you expect to find your exam. So I've stated, like for example, grammar, the ing and the question tags. They are found on this page 7, 26, 20, and 32. We have present simple tense, and we have those pages stated there. So just to go through the pages that I've stated there, you see, you go through plus the page. So look at the word present simple tense. Remember that the one that I told you, present simple tense. They are found on this page 14 and so forth up to there. We have order of adjectives. Of course, I've told you about that. Countable and countable nouns, speech marks, regular, irregular verbs, comparative and superlative tenses, different tenses there. Then parts of speech. We have simple past tense and continuous tense. We learned them. So just go through and go through this work plus those pages. No, there is found the pages that I've stated there. We still have others here. Use of who, where, whose, when, which, that. They are found on the pages that I've stated there. We have adverbs of manner, degree, time. Here I've just stated degree, time, degree and manner. So we have also adverbs of time. We have nouns, proper nouns, relative clause, and so forth. They are found on the pages that I've stated there. Look at those pages and be able to go through your work. So in summary, this is now what we expect in our exam. We expect the first part to be comprehension, 10 questions, 20 marks. The second part will be language pattern, vocabulary, and grammar, 30 questions, 60 marks. The third one will be true and false questions, 5 questions, and it will be a total of what? 10 marks. The fourth one, which will be the last one, filling in the blanks. And here I've said short answers. You are only asked maybe to write one word. Short answers to be a given sentence and it has a blank, no multiple choice. So you'll be asked maybe to fill in those blanks. So it will be only 5 questions and it will give you also 10 marks. Remember, when I say 10 marks, it means each question has 2 marks. And then we'll have a total of how many? If you add all those questions, they'll give you 50 questions. And each question will be 2 marks. So meaning it will give us a total of 100 marks. So remember to revise your work. Like I said before, and I normally tell you, and I'm still reminding you, revise your work. The exam for English is very easy, but to those who revise their work, they go through their work and they understand, they will be able to understand what the examiner is asking. So I want to wish you well, and let's meet now in the exam. You'll not be able to see me there, but you see the questions that I've already started. You see those questions and the areas that we have already been covering here. So I want to wish you well and have a good day.